Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania for the 1980 Little League World Series Championship game between the Taiwan All-Star team and the United States team from Tampa, Florida. Let's now join Al Michaels with the opening pitch right here on ESPN Classic.
Leading off, Kwan-Si Wong, and the 1980 championship game underway with a pitch low, ball one. 1-0 the count. The grounds crew doing a fine job getting the field in playable shape. Bright sunshine now with Kwan-Si Wong leading off in the first inning. Bouncer to third and juggled and then dropped by Clayton Wilson, and so Kwan-Si Wong is aboard. And even in Little League, you're going to have a case of nerves early in the game.
Well, you've got to think that that's exactly what's happened. These youngsters have been out here a long time. We've had the rain delay out. There's a high chopper, and the third baseman, Clayton Wilson, comes on. He kind of has it catch him on the short hop, Willie.
Yeah, I thought so, too. And they just need to get their feet on the ground now. They're sky high. They've, as you said before, Don, had an awful lot of time to sit around and do a lot of things.
That's an error charged to the third baseman. And Kaiwa Low coming up for Taiwan. The pitching rubber is 46 feet from home plate. The bases are 60 feet apart. There's no stealing per se, so there's no need to work out of a stretch position. In for a strike. Once the ball passes home plate, then the runner can advance at his own discretion.
You got to keep an eye, Al, on both of these teams because they both possess good speed.
1-1. Everybody seemingly on both rosters can scoot. They'll be slowed down just a little bit, though, by the wet infield. Another chopper, almost a replay. This time Wilson fields and underhands to the fourth. So he got over his initial case of nerves rapidly. Clayton Wilson flipping to Darryl Myers, the second baseman for the force 5-4. 1 out.
Well, Willie talked at the top of the show about the instinct and what all these youngsters have, and there's a great play, Will. The ball taking him right to the bag, and he knew what to do with it all the way. Never a doubt in his mind, it appeared.
You know, he gave him a nice, easy throw that he could handle, and from there he went to work.
Su-Shin Lee, who's 4 for 9 in the 2 games Taiwan has played in Williamsport this week. 1-0 the count. Lee, who will be the Taiwanese pitcher this afternoon, bounces one into left field for a base hit. And that one rolls through Andre Mack and all the way to the wall as Lowe comes around third and scores to make it 1-0 Taiwan. Su-Shin Lee stopping at second. So a base hit. And then the ball getting through Andre Mack, and Taiwan ahead 1-0 in the first.
Well, there's one of these balls that has eyes. It's by the third baseman, by the shortstop, and he just didn't get down in time. It just went right between him. And boy, you got to give credit to the third base coach of the Taiwanese because he was waving him around all the way. As soon as the ball went to the wall, he knew he had a run.
A single and an error. 1-0 Taiwan with Su-Shin Lee at second base, 1 out, and Sen Dien Chen. 8:57 in the 2 games thus far in Williamsport, fouling it away. The Taiwanese advancing to the finals. They beat Curacao 6-0 Tuesday, and then they beat Trail British Columbia 23-0 on Thursday and hit 7 home runs. Kirk Walker, the strike 1 pitch. Grounded to short. Nice play as Griffin stays with it, and then the throw getting by Dallas Brown at first base. Advancing to second will be Chen as Lee stops at third. And the error charged on the first baseman, Dallas Brown. So the fellows from Tampa a bit tight with 3 errors in the first inning, after Tyrone Griffin had flawlessly handled the bouncer to short.
Walker's doing his job. He's pitching the ball low and making him keep it down.
Ji-Wei Liu takes outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. He's just waiting for his defense to settle down. One ball, 1 strike to count now on Ji-Wei Liu. the Taiwanese right fielder. Taiwan leading 1-0 in the first inning. They have runners at second and third. And one out. 1-2 the count.
Got away with a high breaking pitch right there.
Yeah, the other day they were going out on that, that hilltop.
Bouncer, right side. That'll score a run, but they get the out at first base as Darryl Myers throws out Shi-Wei Liu. Sushin Lee comes in to score, and Chan advancing to third for Taiwan. 2 down, 2-0 Taiwan, and Swin Chui Kuo coming up. Runner at third. Chen. You can see the obligatory salute. That a Taiwanese tradition, saluting the umpire as they approach the plate. A bouncer to third. Clayton Wilson's had a busy inning and throws him out. So in the inning, a couple of runs, 1 hit. There were 3 errors, and after a half, Taiwan 2 and Tampa coming up.
The all-new Infinity M, featuring the world's first blind spot intervention system. This is inspired performance. This is the way of infinity. It's your summer to shine. Visit the Infinity Limited Engagement Summer Event for our best offers of the year. Right now, you can lease an all-new Infinity M37 for $579 per month.
I'm Montel Williams. Would an extra $1,000 come in handy right now? Then I'd like to talk to you about Money Mutual. It's your trusted source to over 60 lenders to get you up to $1,000 fast. That big medical bill? Paid. The car? Fixed. Breathing room till payday? Done. Just be 18 or older and have a regular income of at least $800 a month. No credit score required. Need cash tomorrow? Go to moneymutual.com today.
I've always wanted to be an artist. I always did through my whole childhood.
Art Instruction Schools has been successfully training artists since 1914.
All the skills I learned in the school were very helpful. They made me draw and paint things I might have not done, but that was good for me.
Their fully accredited distance learning courses offer instruction in all fields of art.
The people that hired me said that my portfolio was better than most of the college graduates.
I love to draw, you know, it's really inspiring to me. I was always able to draw pretty well, but was missing, you know, a good structural foundation, and that's what Art Instruction Schools found for me.
You'll learn at your own pace in the comfort and privacy of your home. So if you'd like to become a better artist, follow your passion with Art Instruction Schools. Take the first step. Call this number for your art test. There's no obligation. You must be 18 years or older to call.
Dick's Sporting Goods Kickoff Week on ESPN.
Steps away from trouble, does a beautiful job. Complete.
The wait is almost over.
And they've got something working down the sideline.
A new college football season full of pageantry, tradition, and legendary rivalries is almost here.
Touchdown! No flag, no whistle.
Celebrate the new season with Dick's Sporting Goods and watch Dick's Sporting Goods Kickoff Week starting Monday.
Sometimes you just gotta step into the bull ring. When engines fire and tempers flare at this half mile, you could be trading more than just stories.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Bristol, Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on ABC.
But you and your heart shouldn't feel so far apart.
The Little League World Series, August 10th through the 29th on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC.
Bottom of the first inning, it's 2-0 Taiwan. Tampa coming up to face pitcher Sushin Lee. And let's meet the fellas from Tampa as they introduce themselves.
Jeremiah, second base. Tyrone Griffin, shortstop. Gary Sheffield, catcher. Clayton Wilson, third base. Derek Bell, right field. Greg Hornsby, center field. Kurt Walker, pitching. Andre Mack, left field.
Dallas Brown, first base.
Michael Dexter. Gerald Newberry. Derek Pedro. Terry Ray. Maurice Crum.
Coach Mud Edmonds.
Manager Bernard Fowler.
On the mound for Taiwan, Sushin Lee. He's 5'7" and 150 pounds. As a rule, the Taiwanese boys are about 3 inches taller than the kids from Tampa. A look around the crowd at Lamade Stadium in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The permanent structure seats about 10,000, and at least that many or more forming the backdrop on the hillside as Darryl Myers leads off in the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 in favor of Taiwan. 1-0, and I can tell Don Drysdale can look back about 20 years and see old number 53 on the back of Sushin Lee.
Well, I was sitting here and I was actually amazed, Al. He was coming over the top 3/4 in his warm-ups, and all of a sudden, look out, here he goes. He drops down to the side one more time.
El Laredo.
1-1.
You know, in his last game, Sushin Lee, well, he's went 6 innings and he allowed only 2 hits, no earned runs. He struck out 12, so he can get the job done.
That was against Curacao. 1-2. Darryl Myers just 4'5" and 75 pounds. The second baseman for Tampa. One-two delivery is high. 2-2 the count.
Joe Myers say, come on, man, I'm only 4'5" and you're dropping down on the side on me already.
Yeah, but one thing about Darryl, though, he comes off the bench swinging, and he's hitting at a clip of 444 at this time.
2-2, down and swinging. Darryl Myers striking out to lead things off in the bottom of the first inning, and now Tyrone Griffin, the shortstop. We clock the last pitch thrown by Lee, 69 miles an hour. The rubber, 46 feet from the plate, and the majors, of course, at 60 feet 6 inches. To left center field and deep and gone. Tyrone Griffin, a home run in the bottom of the first inning. And all of his teammates come out to greet him as he crosses the plate.
Wow.
Well, we said right at the very top, as long as these Tampa youngsters are not overawed by the Taiwanese, they're going to hang right in there with him. And there you look at it again. He dropped down, but he got the pitch up, Willie. And you know what high sinkers do.
Exactly. He hit one the other day. Yeah, I like the way he hit the home run the other day. He just has that nice, he got under it, stayed right with it, wasn't intimidated by that sideline pitching, as you said, Don.
Here's Gary Sheffield, the catcher. 1-0 the count. The fence here at Williamsport, 204 feet from the plate, symmetrical. As you take a look at Lamade Stadium, the wide shot, the 1-0 delivery is hit to right field, and that will be caught for the second out by Shiwei Liu. So there are 2 down in the bottom of the first inning, and Clayton Wilson, the cleanup hitter, the Tampa third baseman. Oh, 1 the count.
They do, Willie. They come off the bench swinging.
Right off the freeway hacking.
That last pitch clocked at 71 miles an hour by Sushin Lee. You know, last year when Taiwan won it all, in the 3 games here in Williamsport, they gave up only 1 hit. 0-2. They had a perfect game, a no-hitter, and a 1-hitter.
That ball was thrown pretty good, too. He can pitch.
5-7. Sushin Lee with 2 out. Ahead 0-2 on Clayton Wilson. And missing away. Put his tail on it. 1-2 the count.
Well, he drops down from the side, and you see his catcher, that's Swin Ching Kuo, and he kind of gives it that high target, that high strike. If you want to stay away from those high sinkers if you can.
And he strikes him out. So Clayton Wilson Down on strikes. They get a run, though, and we go to the second. It's Taiwan 2 and Tampa 1.
The Little League World Series, presented by Frosted Flakes Reduced Sugar, August 10th through the 29th on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Was Abe Lincoln honest?
Does this dress make my backside look big?
Perhaps it will. Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Is having a snowball fight with pitching great Randy Johnson a bad idea?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this was a bad idea.
Flip test, whatever. Look, check this out. Lincecum come as a whip of 1.23 at home, but 1.20 away. What do you think accounts for that 0.03 difference?
Nerds.
Sometimes you've just got to step into the bull ring. Mister, you found yourself in the middle of a fight, tangling under the lights. And there's no choice but to tighten up those belts and get on with it. Because when engines fire and tempers flare at this half-mile, you could be trading more than just stories. Why? Because it's racing.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Bristol, Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on ABC.
Do you want to own a brand new HP, Dell, or other name brand computer and improve your...
Golf Channel is your source for the most Champions Tour coverage in 2K10. Follow their season-long race for the Charles Schwab Cup. Watch the Champions Tour all season long on Golf Channel.
The Champions Tour is brought to you by the University Club. Join us Thursday, September 16th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. as PGA Tour David Toms unveils the University Club's newly renovated Tour Caliber golf course. Visit universityclubbr.com for details.
Made it easy on my budget. And my kids are getting ahead in school.
I've started my own business, and now I'm my own boss.
Call now, and with your paid order, we'll add a free color printer, free MP3 music player, and free LCD TV. You heard right. Free printer, free MP3 player, and free LCD TV. Call now and tell us where you want your brand new computer and free gifts shipped today.
I'm glad I called.
We go to the third inning. Neither team scoring in the second. Neither team threatening in the second. And as we go to the third, Kaiwa Low will be leading things off for Taiwan. Taiwan seeking its fourth consecutive Little League World title. Kaiwa Low grounded out his first trip, and he takes a strike. 0-1. The boys from Tampa settling down after a shaky start, committing 3 errors in the first inning and turning in a couple of fine defensive plays in the second. 1-1 the count.
The one thing about hitting is the thing that doesn't make you commit yourself is you keep your hands up and back. And these Taiwanese, they're doing all the things that a hitter needs to do.
Shot bouncer to first, and a nice play by Dallas Brown, the first baseman. So 1 down.
Pardon?
Dallas Brown, who also does some pitching. He can play left field. And at first today. And he forms a good-sized target at 5'6½". Sushin Lee, the pitcher, drives to deep center field, and he's hit that one out. So a one-man show. Sushin Lee, a home run to center field to make it 3-1. And he owns both Taiwanese hits.
Now they got the pitch up over the plate, and for Sushin Lee, that's his 3rd home run of this series and his 6th RBI. He hit that ball well, just up over the plate.
3-1 in favor of Taiwan. Chen, the batter.
Al, here's a guy that I want Willie to look at and really describe. I think he's got really a super compact swing. We'll just keep an eye on it.
Sendian Chen in the dirt.
Yeah, he's built for hitting.
I've been watching him. I watched him in some of the semifinal games, but his hands come back. They stay right there, and they don't move. They just, boom, they just pop right at the end.
Notice how he keeps that front shoulder there. That's the one thing that amazed me the other day.
2-1 the count. Big youngster. He's 5 feet 10 and 150 pounds. And he, like his teammate Lee, is a pitcher. He pitched the other day when they defeated the team from British Columbia in the semifinals, 23-0. Hit 2 home runs in the same inning. Takes a strike here, and the count's 2-2. Kirk Walker, that last pitch was clocked at 69 miles an hour. He's hanging right in there with Lee. Down low, and the count 3-2. It's a youth festival in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Quite a week for all the youngsters, the participants, the spectators, the families that come. Drive to right field and deep, and that's gone. Sendian Chen. 2 homers in the same inning Thursday, and another home run here. So back-to-back homers by Lee and Chen, and the Taiwanese are out in front 4-1. And it figured with 11 home runs between the two teams on Thursday and already 3 today.
The pitch up again. He just hit it to the opposite field. Those hands never moved, and the right fielder Derek Bell came very close. Look at that swing, Will.
Notice how those hands are up and back, and that shoulder stays in, and he just waits perfect. He extends the hands, hits the ball where it's pitched, as was mentioned, down, up and out over the plate. Notice that head, how it stayed right there. Perfect. And he's only 12, 13.
Yeah, just the way they tell you to do it in the textbook.
Wow.
Shi-Wei Liu is the batter. He grounded out in the first inning. That's hit foul off to the right. No balls and 1 strike the count. Taiwan 4, Tampa 1. 3rd inning, 1 out, bases empty. Little squibber, and that's caught on the fly by the little second baseman. Darryl Myers for the out, 2 down.
You know, the way the conversation arrived between Dr. Hall, Willie, and myself was talking about the dimensions of the Little League Park. It's 204 feet. And considering the size of the youngsters today, and Willie and myself both thinking that the ball would travel further, we'll get back to that.
There's a drive to deep center. That's got a chance, but no, it stays in. And a nice play by Hornsby. Went back, saw where the fence was, and makes the catch for the out. They get a couple and lead 4-1 after 2.5.
The Little League World Series, presented by Frosted Flakes Reduced Sugar, August 10th through the 29th on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC.
Over 1,000 people a day switch to Chevrolet. Let's find out why.
This Malibu's sharp, has great mileage, and offers OnStar.
The 100,000-mile powertrain warranty caught my attention.
It's the Chevrolet Summer Event, which means the only thing left to decide is who drives it home.
Me. Me.
Qualified lessees now get a low-mileage lease on this Malibu LS, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy for around $199 a month. Call for details. The switch begins at ChevyDealer.com.
I'm Montel Williams. Would an extra $1,000 come in handy right now? Then I'd like to talk to you about Money Mutual. It's your trusted source to over 60 lenders to get you up to $1,000 fast. That big medical bill? Paid. The car? Fixed. Breathing room till payday? Done. Just be 18 or older and have a regular income of at least $800 a month. No credit score required. Need cash tomorrow? Go to moneymutual.com today.
I've always wanted to be an artist. I always did through my whole childhood.
Art Instruction Schools has been successfully training artists since 1914.
All the skills I learned in the school were very helpful. They made me draw and paint things I might have not done, but that was good for me.
Their fully accredited distance learning courses offer instruction in all fields of art.
The people that hired me said that my portfolio was better than most of the college graduates.
I love to draw, you know, it's really inspiring to me. I was always able to draw pretty well, but I was missing, you know, a good structural foundation, and that's what Art Instruction Schools found for me.
You'll learn at your own pace in the comfort and privacy of your home. So if you'd like to become a better artist, follow your passion with Art Instruction Schools. Take the first step. Call this number for your art test. There's no obligation. You must be 18 years or older to call.
Bottom of the fourth inning, and the cleanup hitter for Tampa, Clayton Wilson, will lead off. He struck out in the first. Taiwan leading 4-1. Bottom of the fourth. Remember, it's a 6-inning game. 1-0 the count. Tampa with one hit. That was that first inning home run by Tyrone Griffin. Su-Shin Lee, who worked out of a jam in the third inning, comes back with a pitch that's hit in the air to deep right field and off the wall and caroming away as Wilson goes into second with a double. The kids from Tampa do not get cheated.
Well, he gets the pitch out over the plate again, and he hits it off the wall. But now watch the fundamentals, Willie, that you were talking about prior. Watch these Taiwanese right now. The center fielder.
Yes, and then that backup, that's what you have to have. Ordinarily, it could have been a triple rather than a double. Another impressive thing, that very pitch he had struck out before, and he stayed with it and went the opposite way. So it was just a matter, I thought, was seeing the pitcher and then making the adjustments that they have to make.
The second time around through the lineup for Su-Shin Lee, giving up a double to Wilson, and Derek Bell is the batter. He struck out his first time up. Good fastball, 0-1.
That might be the hardest fastball he's thrown all day.
That's tough to hit anyway.
73 miles an hour on that last pitch. Around the butt and missing. Strike two. 0-2.
That was some pitch too. High and tight, low and away.
Su-Shin Lee on the mound for Taiwan. As a hitter today, he has singled and homered. And the strike two pitch. Got him swinging. Breaking pitch well out of the strike zone and had Bell chasing it. So Lee knows exactly what to do. 0-2. Try to get him to go after it, and he has a 7 strikeout. Quite an atmosphere here in Williamsport. Greg Hornsby coming up. Hillside packed. Stands are packed. No admission charge. Everybody got in free. Little number. Lee will take care of it. They get the out at first base, and Clayton Wilson advances over to third. So there are 2 down, and Kirk Walker will be coming up.
You know, they do something here, Al, that you haven't seen for many, many years. You used to see it I saw it a long time ago in the semi-pro days. They pass the cap, and whatever you want to put in, why, they thank you very much, and they tally it up at the end of the day. But boy, they've got a super crowd here. What would you say, maybe 20, 25,000?
I would guess in that range. I'll tell you another thing I haven't seen in a few years are the concession prices here. Soft drinks are 20 cents. Hot dogs are only 60 cents. A look around Lamade Stadium. The dream of every little leaguer to play here someday. The 0-1 delivery is inside. 1-1 the count on Kirk Walker. Runner at third, Clayton Wilson, 2 down. Taiwan leading it 4-1. Little chopper up the third baseline. Going to be a tough play. No chance as Wilson comes in to score.
And another heads-up play by the third baseman. That's Kaiwa Low. He had no play, and he held on to it.
Yeah, rather than throw it away.
Just a topper up that third baseline. The runner with 2 outs from third. He's coming all the way. There's Kaiwa Low and nothing. Says, well, let's go get the next man.
And the good thing about that, he's keeping that force play in. Could have thrown that ball away and no telling what would have happened. Another thing that impressed me with this place here is everyone is having such a tremendous time, and they come out and they enjoy themselves, and the city's alive. You would think a major event was taking place on a major league level.
Absolutely. The highlight of the year in Williamsport, PA, the home of Little League Baseball. First World Series held here in 1947. Andre Mack at the plate, 0-1 the count. I love it with Kirk Walker putting on that jacket at first base, just like they do it in the bigs, Willie. It may be 85 degrees and humid, but that jacket's going to be on.
Yeah, it's TV, I'm sure. But then, too, Al, it's not a bad idea. You know, they have youngsters these days. They're throwing breaking balls. And Don and I were talking about the possibility of whether or not we approved or not. But they are throwing breaking balls at a young age, and maybe it is a good thing that they do protect those arms.
Kirk Walker at first base, and the strike 2 pitch is taken outside by Andre Mack. 1-2.
I know we had a pitching coach with the Dodgers, Joe Becker, for many years, and he was an advocate of that, and he said, I'll tell you one thing, you don't see a violinist walking around with his instrument out of a case. So put a jacket on.
Strike 3. Andre Mack goes down swinging, but they get a run in the inning, and we go to the 5th. It's 4-2 Taiwan.
If you've had a heart attack caused by a completely blocked artery, another heart attack could be lurking, waiting to strike. A heart attack that's caused by a clot, one that could be fatal. But Plavix helps save lives. Plavix, taken with other heart medicines, goes beyond what other heart medicines do alone to provide greater protection against heart attack or stroke and even death by helping to keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming dangerous clots. Ask your doctor if Plavix is right for you. Protection that helps save lives.
Certain genetic factors and some medicines, such as Prilosec, reduce the effect of Plavix, leaving you at greater risk for heart attack and stroke. Your doctor may use genetic tests to determine treatment. Don't stop taking Plavix without talking to your doctor, as your risk of heart attack or stroke may increase. People with stomach ulcers or conditions that cause bleeding should not use Plavix. Taking Plavix alone or with some other medicines, including aspirin, may increase bleeding risk, so tell your doctor when planning surgery. Tell your doctor all medicines you take, including aspirin, especially if you've had a stroke. If fever, unexplained weakness, or confusion develops, tell your doctor promptly. These may be signs of TTP, a rare but potentially life-threatening condition reported sometimes less than 2 weeks after starting Plavix. Other rare but serious side effects may occur.
Attention drivers, has your manufacturer's warranty expired or is it about to expire? How will you pay the hundreds, even thousands of dollars needed to get your car back on the road? Quick Cash 123 is here to help you with your financial needs. Call now and we will connect you with one of our preferred extended protection providers.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1-800-264-8917.
Flip tennis, whatever. Look, check this out. Lincecum has a whip of 1.23 at home, but 1.20 away. What do you think accounts for that 0.03 difference?
Nerds.
Sometimes you've just got to step into the bull ring. Mister, you found yourself in the middle of a fight, tangling under the lights. And there's no choice but to tighten up those belts and get on with it. Because when engines fire and tempers flare at this half mile, you could be trading more than just stories. Why? Because it's racing.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series at Bristol, Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on ABC.
The Little League World Series, August 10th through the 29th on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC.
We're going to the 5th inning in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The 1980 championship game, the Little League World Series. The teams here all week long, 8 of them, 4 from the United States, 4 from other parts of the world, and it's down to Taiwan against Tampa as we go to the 5th inning. Quincy Wong at the plate, 1-0 the count. Taiwan leading it 4-2. Wong is 0 for 2. Takes outside and low. 2-0 the count. Likes that inside corner. 2-1.
If Kurt can keep it there, he'll have a lot of success today.
Bouncer to short. Nice pickup. Rolls him out. Tyrone Griffin covering a lot of ground at shortstop.
Al, I'd love to see Tyrone Griffin in about another 6 or 7 years. He's about 18, 19 years old, because I've watched him in infield practice, watch him throw. He's got great actions.
Taiwan low. Taking low, ball 1. 1-0. You have to be impressed with that Tampa defense after the very shaky beginning. 2-0 the count. Taiwan got 2 runs in the first inning when Tampa made 3 errors. The Taiwanese adding 2 more in the third. Tampa scoring single runs in the first and fourth. 2-1 now on Taiwan low. The right side, our buddy Darryl Myers, and a little 4-5 second baseman gets it. 2 down. Darryl Myers.
4'5" and what, 75 pounds?
Yep.
That's soaking wet.
Yep. 12 years old.
All over the infield.
Smallest man on the field. Su-Shin Lee at the plate. 1-0.
This is the wrecking crew.
That's what Su-Shin Lee has done this week in Williamsport.
Oops.
To right field. And it stays in for Derek Bell to make the catch. Lee almost had another one. 3 up and 3 down.
I'm Montel Williams. Would an extra $1,000 come in handy right now? Then I'd like to talk to you about Money Mutual. It's your trusted source to over 60 lenders to get you up to $1,000 fast. That big medical bill? Paid. The car? Fixed. Breathing room till payday? Done. Just be 18 or older and have a regular income of at least $800 a month. No credit score required. Need cash tomorrow? Go to moneymutual.com today.
Is your computer running slowly? Does it take more than 3 seconds for your email to load?
Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? These are not only annoying, but can cause permanent damage to your computer.
If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, your computer and your privacy may be at risk, because these are usually the telltale signs of a virus, and it can only get worse until you act. Get a free diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
My Clean PC is outstanding, and my computer is running faster than ever.
My Clean PC came through with flying colors when no one else could.
My Clean PC totally cleaned up my system and increased my speed.
MyCleanPC.com can remove spyware, viruses, and infected emails, all speeding up your PC's performance. It offers all-in-one protection, and it's been downloaded by millions of users.
Even if you have antivirus software, your computer could still be infected. Find out instantly with a free comprehensive diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
I've always wanted to be an artist. I always did through my whole childhood.
Art Instruction Schools has been successfully training artists since 1914.
All the skills I learned in the school were very helpful. They made me draw and paint things I might have not done, but that was good for me.
Their fully accredited distance learning courses offer instruction in all fields of art.
The people that hired me said that my portfolio was better than most of the college graduates.
I love to draw, you know, it's really inspiring to me. I was always able to draw pretty well, but I was missing, you know, a good structural foundation, and that's what art instruction schools found for me.
You'll learn at your own pace in the comfort and privacy of your home. So if you'd like to become a better artist, follow your passion with art instruction schools. Take the first step. Call this number for your art test. There's no obligation. You must be 18 years or older to call.
August 10th through the 29th.
Dallas Brown will be coming up in the bottom of the fifth inning for Tampa. He struck out his first trip, but he's a most confident youngster. He had a chat with Willie Stargell earlier.
We have here with us today Dallas Brown, the winningest pitcher in the first game with 10 strikeouts. But Dallas also plays the outfield and loves to hit. Dallas, give us some things about your excitement about being here.
Well, I'm glad to be here because when I was a little kid, about 9 years old, I was always wishing to be here. Because when I was 9, I used to look at the pictures upstairs and say, I wish I want to go to the World Series. And my wish came true. And my wish come true today if we can defeat Taiwan.
That's very good. Now, they said that you said that you want to meet Dave Parker and Willie Stargell because you can play the outfield and throw with a shotgun like Dave Parker, and you can hit like Dave Parker and Willie Stargell.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, that's true.
I see. Well, then we're going to have trouble holding on to our jobs, Dave and I. But on a serious note, good luck to you, and my very best to you and the rest of your teammates.
Thank you.
Okay, Darryl.
Dallas Brown, and I tell you one thing, Willie, you can tell he's listened to a few post-game shows.
Well, the thing that amazes me is that he had a dream and he's fulfilling it. Now he knows through that experience that he can work hard at other things and fulfill those too.
Here he is leading off in the bottom of the fifth inning. Taiwan leading 4-2. Trying to check his swing, but couldn't, and the count is 0-1. Sushin Lee has struck out 8 Tampans through 4. The 0-1 pitch, tries to bunt his way aboard and can't lay it down. 0-2.
Now I can tell him one thing right now. Willie Stargell is not going to bunt. I know that.
No, Dave either.
Bounce into the hole. Nice pick up there. Throws him out.
That play at first.
Wan Si Wong and the stretch by Zunzer Chen at first base.
I'll tell you, the last guy that I saw do the splits like that at first base was George Vico of the Detroit Tigers years ago, and watch this.
And these kids are just 12 and 13 years old.
It's amazing, and the quality of play really picks up year after year after year. Darryl Myers has struck out twice. 1-0. You can just see it, Don, as the teams come in here every year. They pick up all of the nuances, do the right things fundamentally, and the quality of play just gets better and better.
Well, Al, you've been here before. This is my first year in Willie's too. I have really been impressed.
1-1 the count on Darryl Myers.
You know, you look out when you walk into the ballpark, you walk down from the hill, you watch them take infield practice and things like that, or watch part of the game, and if you don't slap yourself at times, you think you might be watching a major league ball game.
1-2. That may sound far-fetched, but it's true. Just pay one visit to Williamsport, and you'll see exactly what Don means.
Well, in fact, if I hadn't been on the disabled list, I would have assumed what I'd always felt, And that was a mere fact that, you know, Little League is Little League. I had no idea I would be so impressed. And, you know, to reiterate what you said, Don, it's exciting and impressive.
And a good ball game today for the 1980 championship as Myers stays alive, fouling it away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Throw me that pitch.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I'm getting a little tired of that pitch.
2-2. The signs being flashed by
like he's getting ready to take something off.
Yep. Full count.
Interesting to watch the signs, because I was always wondering what they would do, what the Taiwanese would do. Now, he just put down 5 fingers. And, of course, we've all been brought up the same old thing. You can still use it in the major league with nobody on base. 1 a fast, 2 a curve, 3 a slider, maybe wiggle a change. But they go a little bit different.
Just the fist and the 3-2 pitch. They got him. Strikeout number 9. 2 away now, and Tyrone Griffin hit a home run in the first inning. Walked in the third. 1 for 1. The count.
It's going to be interesting to see how they pitch to Tyrone this time, knowing it's getting late in the game and they want to try and keep him on base, and of course Tyrone wants to get on base.
Lee still looking very sharp. No balls and 2 strikes. There's your wiggle. Tough pitch to lay off, isn't it?
Tough pitch to be.
He's working on him.
It's a tough pitch to look at 13, I know that.
1-2 delivery.
Oops.
Fly ball to center field, but it will stay in for Chen, and the side is retired. 3 up and 3 down. Into 5, it's 4-2.